Hello and welcome to BQ Prime. Joining us today is Mr. Sunil Kant Munjal. He's speaking to us after a short panel on family businesses in India. Mr. Munjal, thank you for joining us. Quickly, what are your thoughts on succession planning in India, especially when we know a lot of the top bosses of India Inc. are towards the final legs of their careers?
So succession is a very critical part of any family business, and we do know there's enough research now to show that about 94% of the businesses actually end up destroying themselves by the third generation. So it's important for us to focus a little bit on this. More and more families are starting to bring experts in, advisors in, to figure out how to ensure continuation of the business and family relationships, both being critical. Because on a family-owned business, unlike any other business, there are non-business players which have an impact on the business as well, which is why managing the legacy well, managing things like the value system of the family well, managing external relationship with the community, with society, and on philanthropy are as important as running an efficient business.
A second question quickly. We didn't talk about family offices. Hero, as a family office, has a very successful investment in Nykaa. Now, there's the so-called funding winter in India. VC funding has dried up. So do you think I think there are about 200 or 300 family offices in India. So do you think family offices can replace VC funding for startups? I'm asking the question because family offices have generally been risk averse and are being very picky about where they invest.
So there's clearly a change taking place now. More and more families are putting resources to support the ecosystem for early stage companies, for innovation and for growth. In our case, actually, we don't even call it a family office because we've turned it into a very professional and a well-organized investment office. So it's called Hero Enterprise Investment Office and not a family office. But the point you're making is very important. Family offices and resources of family offices have increasingly started to support the VC system. They're not replacing them, they're supplementing them. So while the VC funding went down, some of the family offices actually increased their support. So I think it's important for them to remain in the play because they have an understanding of how the ecosystem of business actually works in India, what works, what doesn't work. So they can also help and guide. It's not just money. The important thing that you give alongside money is mentorship, support, connections. In fact, in our case, we invest in many such opportunities. We only invest in those businesses and companies and with founders who we believe can get help from our knowledge, experience, and our connections. So this is an important part, I think, of providing support to the entire ecosystem.
Final question. What are your plans for Hero Enterprise next on the steel front and on the real estate front?
So we are looking to grow our businesses, both the insurance distribution and the steel on one hand, and the real estate focused only in North India on the other. Our big focus in real estate has been residential for the middle India market. We don't focus on the top end of the market.
Would you call it the affordable housing segment?
Yes, affordable and mid segment are the two we focus on. And our attempt is to improve people's quality of life. So very high focus on features, attributes, safety, and good communication and timely deliveries for customers, which have been some of the challenges of this industry for a while. Good thing is there is a clear shift. More and more high quality, big brand groups are now looking at real estate as a business. And I think overall, India as a nation and Indians as a society and people will benefit from this.
You see the current real estate boom continuing for the next 5 to 10 years?
See, the requirement is not going to go down in 5 to 10 years. But these are cyclical, these booms and dips are a part of the industry. I only wish that there was more active support from institutions like the Reserve Bank to support funding of every aspect and part of this industry. Because please remember, like the automotive industry, the real estate business, especially the housing business, has the largest knock-on effect, the multiplier effect on job creation, on economic value add, on industrial growth, is actually housing construction. There are 154 different industries which are directly connected to housing. So the more it grows, the more the overall economy and job creation benefits. It's also a large consumer of semi-skilled, unskilled jobs. So from that point of view, also from the social need as a nation, it is also a very critical driver of growth of people's prosperity.
Thank you so much, Mr. Munjal, for joining us for this quick chat. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in.